What is up, Gemini? How are you guys doing, man? You know what time it is. Time for your June 2024 main monthly reading. Here we go, man. 2024 is just clicking by, dude. Clicking by. All right, so I don't really have anything to talk about at the beginning of this. If you want to find out how to schedule a personal reading, just check the description of the video. That'll tell you everything you need to know. And that's it, man. Let's jump into this. Let's see. I'm actually starting the June readings off with the singles and the person that you're interested in. Single Geminis and the person that you're interested in. Let's see what's happening. Anything happening June 2024, universe? Single Geminis and their love interest. Will a love offer be made? Is this connection going anywhere? Ace of Swords. Okay. So for those of you dealing with a situation in which there's little to no communication, I do think communication is picking up. Okay, and I love the way the Ace of Swords is depicted in this deck. Because as you can see, it's kind of weird, but that dude's brain is showing. So that indicates to me, you know, mentally, psychologically stimulating communication between you and this person. Could be a fellow air sign for some of you. Possibly a fellow Gemini, or a Libra or Aquarius. All right, let's see. Boom. Well, the Lover's card is reversed, though. Some of you are interested in somebody at the workplace. So real good communication here. But it just doesn't really appear as though this connection is felt mutually. Now, I don't know if it is yet or not. I think it is, honestly. I think so. But from your perspective, it doesn't seem like it is. Or maybe sometimes you're kind of wondering whether or not this person feels the connection like you. Now, I'm getting the Tower card here. I don't even know what to say about that yet. But Nine of Cups and Nine of Pentacles came out back to back, side by side, which are both cards of being single and independent. Right next to this Tower card, this situation might just be coming to an end. You might be deciding to step back and step away from this with that Tower card there. Yeah, with the Ace of Wands reversed. Well, we're going to have to dig in and see how this person feels about you, because this first spread is mainly from your perspective. And it doesn't look like you're viewing this as something that has a whole lot of hope. Let's see how this person feels about you. Let's see. Are you accurate in your assumption, or how does this person see you? How do they feel about you? Ooh, Queen of Swords reversed. You might intimidate this person a little bit. Now, why? I don't know. Did you do or say something that might lead them to believe that you could have a bad attitude? Or maybe they're just projecting their fears and insecurities onto you. Not quite sure. But I think you intimidate this person a little bit, some way, somehow. The Sun card reversed is this person's overall energy. So you're dealing with a person that's just generally unhappy. Yeah, this person's generally unhappy. I do think they have a very strong sexual attraction to you. Oh, yes, they do. But do they feel really, really heavy emotions for you? This person kind of feels like kind of cold and detached. Honestly, They may be wanting to avoid heartbreak. With the Sun card reversed and the Six of Wands in the upright, this is kind of like the type of person that is just generally unhappy. So they try to overcompensate, you know, to make it look like they're happy. Like maybe for some of you, you could be dealing with the type of person that's always showing off on social media, you know, always posting pictures of their car and, you know, those idiots that post pictures of big fat stacks of money and stupid shit like that. I'm not saying that that's exactly what they do, but you know that energy where you can tell that it's like, okay, well, you're overcompensating for something, you know? This person's very, very, very sexually attracted to you. It probably would not be hard to get this person in bed. Some of you may already have, possibly, but as far as this person having feelings, I'm thinking that they're a little bit nervous and a little bit worried about allowing themselves to fall in love. And why does that happen every single time? The past. Past energy. Every time, dude. Yeah. See, they're afraid of being stabbed in the back. So, okay. Maybe they just want to keep their options open, possibly. Well, damn. Okay. Well, I was kind of hoping that maybe you were overthinking it a little bit. But maybe not. Let's get the advice. Let's see. Should you do anything to try to put this situation on a different track? Six of Pentacles reversed. Page of Cups. This is saying if you want a love offer to be made, it's probably going to have to be you that does it. Man, dude. King, Queen of Swords both came out here. And the Devil card again in the heart of the spread. Be careful and don't let this turn into a sex-based connection. Okay, be very careful with that. Because you run the risk here with this person of allowing it to just turn sex-based. I've been seeing this energy. You're like the second sign this has come through for so far, but the person got their guard up, man. And somebody got that guard up. Sometimes it's tricky to get somebody to let their guard down. Sometimes you can't, straight up, but this person got to let their guard down. And really, at the end of the day, there's only so much you can do to get somebody to let their guard down. There's only so much at the end of the day. I don't have a lot of wiggle room here, dude, with this advice. I really don't. I really don't. Give me some wiggle room. Three of Wands reversed. Don't put your life on hold waiting for this person to make a decision. Yeah. If you put your life on hold waiting on this person, you're going to be waiting a long time is what this says. To try to meet you in the middle here somewhere with this situation, the only advice I can give you is to have that conversation with this person and lay it on the line. Now, I know this isn't all of you. I'm not trying to get too specific, but especially if some of you may be dealing with somebody that has to make a choice between you and somebody else, or maybe there might be one or two of you who's like interested in somebody who's already in a relationship and they're supposed to be leaving that person to be with you. Man, we're either doing this or we're not. If you're in a toxic relationship to the point to where you're already willing to talk to somebody else behind their back, that's a big red flag. You need to either leave that shit. If you ain't going to leave that person, then I'm not waiting around on you. Because, man, you're wasting valuable time. You're wasting valuable time in which... Because, see, there's your person. Honestly, I don't think the person that you're interested in is your actual person. Put it to you like this. If they were, you wouldn't need to come watch this video. If the person you were interested in was your divine life partner, you wouldn't need to come watch me. Just put it to you like that. So, this person's out there waiting on you on the horizon. Sadly, there are a lot of people who go to their deathbed having never met their actual person. And you know why? Because they spent too much time fucking with somebody who's not their person. And then that passed them by. That does happen quite a bit. Let's look at the person from the past. Anything happening between Gemini and the person from the past? Let's see. Anything happening? 6 of Wands reversed. Some of you may be kicking yourselves in the ass, feeling like you failed, feeling like you wasted your time. Some of you dealt with a fire sign, possibly. Oh, I think there will be communication, though. Yep, I do think there will be communication. And this is kind of weird because, man, this is where it gets weird, because you know this person has feelings for you. You know they do. They know they do. They know you know they do. But for some reason, they're trying to pretend that they don't. They're trying to pretend that they don't. So this is kind of telling me that you're probably going to have a conversation with this person that is very disappointing. This looks like a disappointing conversation with this person. And then, poof, abandoning this altogether. Okay. Well, that's weird. Let's look at their energy. Let's see how they feel about you. What's their true feelings, energy, and intentions? How do they really see you? How do they really feel about you? 8 of Pentacles. They're very focused on work and finance. Man, they see you as a 10 of Cups, see? They see you as a 10 of Cups. You know they got feelings for you. You know it. But see, this is where it doesn't make sense. Some of you, man, just looking at the way this all came out. I don't really have the card that would normally indicate this, but just the way all this energy is laid out. Some of you dealt with somebody that is so, like, flaky and inconsistent. You know, says one thing and completely does something totally different. And that's what this energy looks like here. Like, you know how they feel, but for some unexplained reason that makes no sense whatsoever, they do not act how they feel. You know that this person was in love with you. You know that they still are. But for some reason, they are absolutely refusing to let you know that. And it's not telling me why. It is not telling me why. See if I can dig up a little bit deeper. Why are they refusing to let you know that? 2 of Cups, 9 of Cups. It's not telling me. It's not telling me. The only thing that I could think, usually when people do stuff like this, and again, there's no one size fits all for this, but normally when somebody acts like this, the only reason they're acting like that is because they feel inferior and they want to feel like they're the one with the upper hand. That makes sense? Because they know that as long as you know how they feel, as long as you know that, then you have the upper hand and they feel inferior to you. You see what I'm saying? King of Swords. Yeah, see? I think this person's trying to play mind games with you. I think so. For no reason. No particular reason other than it gives the illusion that they're the ones with the upper hand when they're really not. When you're the one with the upper hand. What's the advice with this situation? What is the advice? Oh Seven of Swords. Ooh. Seven of Pentacles reversed. Judgment. Well, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I get how frustrating it is. So I'm not telling you that the way you feel is wrong. However, you don't want to give this person any ammunition. You don't want to give them any ammo. You don't want to let them know that the mind games they're playing with you are working. Don't want to let them know that. Because this is the type of person that will take that, run with it, and play with it. For no reason other than to have power over you. And it's not even real power. Not really, it's perceived power. As long as you believe that they have power over you, then situations will manifest that reflect that belief when it's not even true to begin with, though. This is how tricky and slippery energy, frequency, vibration, perception, beliefs, and feelings are. This is how you got to be fucking in tune, dude. Because you're the one with the upper hand, and they know it. But they don't want you to know it. As long as you believe somebody has power over you, situations will manifest that reflect that belief when it's not even true to begin with. I know that may sound so paradoxical and so counterintuitive. I get it. But that's how energy fucking behaves. So before you communicate with this person, just beware. What I would do if I was you, when you feel them try to poke at you, just play along with it, you know? Oh yeah, I've been dating this person, and me and this person are, going to be getting together and talking about getting married. Oh, for real? Shit, congratulations, man. I'm glad you're happy. That's awesome. Sweet. All right? Don't get jealous and upset. Don't show them no hurt, no pain. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because they're going to play with that. They're going to keep playing with that. Just to puff their ego up. And if you get caught in that trap, that cycle, it's going to spin around in circles and go no fucking where. Nowhere. All it's going to do is bring you down further and further and further and further and further. It's going to go nowhere. There will be no resolution to it. There will be no solution. It will not end up coming to an end. The problem will not get solved. That cycle will keep spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning until you're just at rock fucking bottom, completely depleted. Don't let nobody play with you like that. All right, let's take a look at the person coming in next. Who's the next person coming in for Gemini, June 2024? I know we just did this in the air signs video, but that was just a little tease. Let's see if we can get some bigger details. Next person coming in for Gemini. Next person due to come in. Oh, so I think it's somebody that has their eye on you already. Let me put it to you like this. By the time the two of you connect, it will be somebody that I think you've already crossed paths with. I do think so. But it may not be somebody that you would expect connecting with like that. For some of you, I would probably even go as far as to say that this person might not even be your type. So I don't mean to sound discouraging, Because while they may not be your type right now, I do think that you're going to eventually end up seeing a totally different side of this person that you never knew before. For example, somebody that you work with, a coworker that you've talked to 100 times, right? You talk to them at work, you're aware of their existence, but that's about it. And then you end up seeing them outside of work one day, standing behind you in the line at the grocery store. Y'all get to chatting it up, and then all of a sudden, bam, I see a totally different side of you outside of work. Whoa. That type of energy. I'm not saying that that's the exact situation that is going to be for all of you, but you know the energy behind that. If you ever had that happen before, something like that, something to that effect. But I think this is somebody that's had their eye on you for a minute. Could be a Capricorn for some of you. I also have Aquarius and Taurus here. Oh, I got Cancer hidden in there too. All right. All right, well, let's look at their intentions and their energy. Look at their intentions and their energy. How do they see you? How do they feel about you? Ba-boom. Man, I tell you what, this person is not wishy-washy. They are not indecisive. They know exactly what they want. That could be a breath of fresh air to some of you, especially if all you ever dealt with is flaky, inconsistent people that don't know what in the hell they want. Now, another thing, though, is that this person is also not desperate, needy, or clingy. Not at all. Matter of fact, this person is not scared of the thought of being alone for the rest of their life. They would rather not. They'd rather not. I'm not saying that they want to. But if they were doomed to be alone for the rest of their life, it wouldn't scare them. So that's one thing that you're going to notice, is that this person is very decisive. They know what they want. They do see a good opportunity with you. They see the potential that the two of you have to build something beautiful and successful. But boy, this person reeks of independence. Reeks of it. Like, they are not the type of person that's going to play games with you. They're not the type of person that's going to go back and forth with you and waste a bunch of time on stupid, petty, meaningless little arguments. And if you were to walk out the door on them, they damn show ain't going to chase after you. Not saying that you're going to, just telling you this person's energy and their intentions. This is some of the most rock solid energy I've seen in a person in one of these readings in a while. Y'all know who follow me a lot. Energy this solid doesn't always come through. Oh, lots and lots of bullshit energy comes through my readings. Oh, lots of it. But this is one of those times where I would honestly say that I don't see that in this person. Let's see how it's playing out for the first month. How's it playing out for the first month? First 30 days. What's the outcome for the first month? Okay. Okay, it's going to be very, very abundantly clear, very quickly, that this is going to be long-term. Very abundantly clear, very quickly. You're going to know immediately. I ain't going nowhere. This person ain't going nowhere. However, what happens whenever I read a new connection? Past energy comes into the picture, right? We all have things from our past that we're carrying with us, that we're working through and whatnot. And then when two people come together, they both bring their past vibrational baggage into the connection, and eventually it's going to bubble up to the surface. So y'all will probably get your first headbutting match out of the way pretty early. Probably. It ain't going to take too long before y'all don't be seeing eye to eye on something. But I don't really think it's going to be all that bad, to be honest with you. I don't think so. I'm not seeing the Tower card here. So I wouldn't trip too much about this. I don't think this is going to be some toxic fucking knockdown, drag out, blow up, crazy shit. But I do think y'all going to have a little headbutting match. But it'll more than likely actually, you know what you'll probably notice with this situation? That some of you may have never experienced this before. Some of you may have, but I think you'll notice that once you all make it through that, both of you are actually processing through it and coming together stronger. Instead of just holding a grudge and pointing the finger at each other and holding on to that bitterness and trying to bury it and stuff it under the rug, you all are more than likely going to have a little headbutting match. Both of you are going to come together, meet in the middle, process through it, release it, and come back together even stronger. This looks like there's a lot of potential here. Let's get the advice. What's the advice? What is the advice? Ooh, the Emperor reversed. Okay. Two more shuffles. Two more. Queen of Wands. Okay, well, you're just going to have to understand that that's a natural part of the process. Okay? Do the best that you can, though, that whenever something bubbles up to the surface that, needs to be processed through and worked through, that the two of you are communicating fluently. Okay, whenever we come together with some kind of argument, some kind of disagreement, some kind of headbutting match, at the end of the day, we both got to settle down and say, okay, all right, well, what can I do? Right? Both of you have to say that and then get to work doing it. Make sure communication is fluent between the two of you. Make sure that you are communicating your thoughts and feelings to the best of your ability. And do the best you can to encourage them to communicate their thoughts and feelings to the best of their ability. And allow for a slow, gradual, transitionary process between the two of you. Because right now, the first month is just the first little step onto your all's path together. Okay? By the time the two of you very first come together and connect, fast forward 2 years, the person that both of you will be in 2 years is going to be unrecognizable compared to the person that you are when the two of you first come together. And that's going to be a slow, gradual, evolutionary process, right? Slow and gradual. Always be open to learn. Always be open to learning. Sometimes it helps if you just go ahead and be the bigger person and do it first. But just allow for patience. Because to go from that, when two people very first come together, to go from that to the Ten of Cups energy, that's a slow, gradual, transitionary process. And allow for it to be slow. Don't try to control things that you don't have control of. For example, how somebody feels, right? That's one thing I see happen in relationships so frequently is people literally demand that another person feel a certain way. You can't demand that somebody feel the way you want them to feel. You can't demand that somebody see things the way you want them to see things. So I don't think that the majority of you were going to struggle with that. So I don't even know why that card came out. But just know, don't try to control the things that you have no control of. Yeah, okay. Well, it's going to be a slow process. Don't get discouraged when the two of you hit a couple of bumps in the road together. Remain patient. Remain balanced. Always remember that anytime the two of you hit a bump together, what it all comes back down to is, how can I work on me and how do you work on you? Don't waste a bunch of time trying to tell them how they need to work on themselves. The only thing you can focus on as an individual is, what can I do to better me? We don't want to get caught in that chicken or the egg fucking finger pointing match. You know, where usually at the end of the day, you just end up with two people with their arms crossed pointing the finger at each other. Well, you need to stop doing that. Well, you're the one that did this. You're the one that won't do that. You. What's something about me that I can work on? You go do whatever you're going to do. You know, if you're a human and you think you ain't got nothing to work on, you fucked up. We all humans and we all got shit we got to work on. I'm acknowledging the shit that I got to work on. So here, let me go first. You do what you do, boo-boo. And you know what? The majority of the time they will. The overwhelming, vast majority of the time, when somebody sees the potential that the two of you have together, when you take it upon yourself to be the bigger person and do what needs to be done first, that will inspire them to go do the same. And then this is how you and this person keep leveling up and leveling up and leveling up and leveling up. And like I said, 2 years down the line, neither of you will recognize yourselves or each other. By that time, the two of you come together and you start growing a bond that's so fucking tight that nobody could break it. Try as they may, nobody could break that. And that's the kind of work that it takes. And I think that the majority of you are going to find yourself in a position with an individual that there's a lot of potential for that on the table. All right? Okie dokie. Well, I do feel like those were the messages that my Gemini friends needed to hear, so I am going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you all once again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget to check down there in the description of this video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. And I'm out of here now, y'all. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.